currently reading the book Atomic Habit by James Clear, and one of the chapters he talks about rewarding yourself as you go along, as you try to reinforce the habit that you're trying to create. And so, what I decided to do is adopt or adapt what he said and use an electronic version. So, imagine, for example, there's a habit that you're starting and you want to occasionally reward yourself. Now, you can occasionally reward yourself. For example, every time I do the desired habit, I give myself a reward. You can spread it out so every other time I give yourself a reward, or do what I'm doing, which is randomly reward myself. And so, what I created was an Excel sheet, and basically, it represents a jar of marbles. Imagine you have 100 marbles, 90 are blue, 10 are red. So that means that there's a 10% chance of you selecting a red marble. But what I've done in addition to that is I've numbered each marble and given it a value. So as you can see on my Excel, for example, if I were to select the marble with the number 1 on it, it would be worth 1 donut. If I select the marble with number 2, it will be worth 3 donuts. Marble number 4 is worth a $100 Amazon gift card that I'm gifting to myself. Number 6 is worth $250 gift certificate. Number 9 is a bottle of spirits, and number 9 or number 10 could be a new exercise outfit. So in column C, you would determine what is of value to you. What do you think is a worthy reward for the activity that you're creating? Now, you want to be careful. For example, if you're trying to lose weight, that you don't reward yourself with a bunch of food that would be not aligned with the person that you're trying to become. But sometimes you do want to reward yourself. Maybe a dessert, maybe a new shirt, a new blouse, whatever it is. So you have to determine what's of value to you. And so what I did was I took this Excel sheet right here and I did columns A. I numbered it sequentially 1 to 100. So you can see all the way down here is 1 to 100. Column B, I'm using the random number formula. So I'm going to click on it. You can see over here, equal rand, open, close parentheses. What does that mean? That means that anytime I save this Excel, anytime or open it, anytime I do some type of activity in the Excel, it will, depending on what the activity is, it will randomly recalculate or regenerate those numbers. So right now, number 1 has a value of 0.13. If I change the order, which is analogous to me taking the jar of marbles, shaking it up, open the lid, and just grabbing one. So if I shake the jar and I randomly stick my hand in it, there's a 10% chance, because remember there's 100 marbles, 10 are red, there's a 10% chance that I will get 1 red marble. But there's only a 1 in 100%, 1% chance that I will actually get marble number 1 or marble number 6. You don't want to keep getting marble number 6 in a row. So you decide what you can afford, what do you think is a worthy value to you, in order to encourage that behavior so that it becomes a habit. And so the habit that I'm working on, and I started this one 6 months ago, is the habit of doing push-ups. And so when I first started, I can barely push out 5 push-ups. Now I'm up to as many as 140 in one sitting. And so what I do is every day, I will do at least 1 set of push-ups. So the way this works is, imagine that I just finished a set of push-ups and I want to see if there's a reward for me. A reward beyond the fact that I did my push-ups. Again, the purpose of this is to encourage me, inspire me to keep going, to make this a habit that I have. And so what I would do is shake up the jar, stick my hand and grab one. So notice the value for marble number 1 currently is 0.13. And so whatever marble shows up in slot 1, row 1, that's the one that I've selected. Okay, I hope that's clear, but I'm about to demonstrate to you how it works. So now I shake the jar and I'm going to say, arrange these random numbers, not the other column, not columns 1 through 100. Arrange these random numbers in ascending or descending order. It doesn't matter because remember, the numbers keep regenerating every time I shake the jar. So right now, marble number 1 has a value of 0.13. I hit Z to A. So what would have happened today, I shook the bottle and I pulled out marble number 29. The first one, no reward other than the fact that I did. But let's look at the value of number 1, marble number 1, and see how it changed. So that's a new value there. Now it's 0.100. So I do the next set of push-ups that same day, same hour, next day, and I shake the bottle again, and so I get a blue marble. Now remember, marble number 1 had a value now of 0.100. Let's find marble number 1 and see what its new value is. Let's see, where are you? It's 0.88. So again, you can see every time I shake the jar, reshuffle this deck, the numbers are regenerated. So as you can see, it's like after every set, after every session of the desired behavior, I just shake the jar again and see what's the reward for me. And so every time I put the marble back in and I reshake it. So at some point, you're going to hit a red. Again, the odds are this is a variable reward system. So because I'm not getting that many red, what does it do? Because it's variable, it encourages me to do more sets. That's how this works. So don't look at it as, well, that's not good. You're not getting many reds. That's the point of this. That's why it's a variable reward system. Because I'm not getting many reds, it's encouraging me to do more sets. So I get another shot at reshuffling the deck. Now you may decide that instead of 10%, I want to do 20% or 25% or 50%. That's entirely up to you. But the point is that this is a fantastic tool. There's lots of utility in terms of where and how you can use it. And eventually, again, I have intentionally set this at 10% because that's a number that works for me. I don't want it too high. I don't want it too low. And at this particular session, right now I shake the bottle and I get the number 2. That means that I am allowed to have 3 donuts today if I want to. So again, look at this, and I'm going to reset the numbers back in ascending order, and then look at column C and decide what do you value. It may not be sweet foods. It might be, for example, outfits, blouses. It could be something much more expensive, something less expensive. You know, I get a day, a manicure, pedicure for one of my rewards. I get my hair done if I want to do. I get my get to go out to lunch with my friends or my girlfriends or whatever it is. So you look at this and you decide, how can I use this? How can I use this for me? How can I use this for my team? You can use the same thing for your team. But anyway, I think you grasp the point that as you're creating a habit, you want to reward yourself. And you choose. Do you reward yourself every time? That's entirely up to you. It won't work for me. I don't want to do it every time. You can do it every other time. So you can do it's like every second time. I don't need this. I'm just going to give myself a reward. Again, that for me does not encourage me. I rather do it variably where I don't know, and it forces me to want to do more sets because I really, really want to get one of the reds. And then, of course, the values that you have in C, you can change those as you go along. You may look at a marble 3, 6 donuts. It's like, you know what? I don't want 6 donuts. The maximum will be 4 donuts. The maximum will be 3 donuts. So this is pretty flexible in terms of the values because it's the value that it's something of value to you. Something that's going to encourage you, motivate you, and inspire you to keep going and keep doing the habit or keep doing the activity until it does become a habit. So I hope this is helpful. It certainly helps me. I know I'm going to be using it. I've used something similar to this, but not quite like this, so I know it'll work for me. Now, if I think I've given you enough information in the slide for you to develop or create your own, but if you're not sure, or if you don't want to go through the trouble of trying to create it on your own, send me an email. I'll be more than happy to send you a copy of this file. This is Rich Arriaga. Have a great day.